All right, as per usual, we have the usual technical difficulties. Zio is muted, which he may or may not know.
Oh, okay. So again, like I was saying, we're late and gay by a minute, and I'm muted because why not?
Why
Uh,
not?
Boomer. Anyway, so yeah, the normal technical difficulties where we go ahead and we start this where half of us don't have a mic and the other half are just like turn the mic off. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight?
Not doing too bad, man. Kind of cool with seeing the back end of this week. Matt, this story right here. Okay,
We're
it
not even
feels
in
like
it
the
yet.
most hyped up story for no reason. I'm so confused by it. Like, I've seen people playing it, and everybody that I've seen playing it is like, "It's fine." Like, there's some elements of it, they're like, "Oh, that was kind of an interesting idea," but for the most part, it's like, that's kinda like this other thing, and this is like that other thing, and it's fine." Like, if
I
you
mean,
this will be like nobody's yeah, it'll be like
from what I
nobody's
can
like
tell, it actually is a fun concept.
yeah, I thought it
Like
was
I
kinda
think
cute. I mean, I don't I think that the character designs are
it's
kinda
just
cringe. They should've just made let you make your own character.
no. Yeah. I mean, I think the problem is like it's an FPS, but half of the game you don't actually shoot anything for the most part,
Mhm.
which is the weird part about it, right? Like I like the idea of building up a place that you have to then defend,
Mhm.
right, from an enemy team, and they're building up their place, and then you guys got to defend. But 3v3 for one, I don't think is not the format for that. You need a larger team per side because this way you can actually dedicate people to pushing and defense. If you've got something more like, a 5v5 or a 10v10,
Mhm.
that format. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just that it's 3 on 3, and there's so much downtime in it.
really
It
dogs.
I mean,
Really.
it just honestly seems like it was an idea, it could use a little bit more, um, what's the word? I guess you could say, polish, really. Um,
Yeah,
but it was kind of, like, not done any great services by having it what is this?
I mean,
By having it there, by having it, where it was placed
well,
in
see,
the
people were talking about how this game could have been stealth dropped and it would have been like fine, and
fine, yeah,
it would have had like
that's what
all
I
these
meant.
different people and all this other stuff in it. It's like no. My prediction is if this thing got shadow dropped, it would probably top out anywhere between 9 to 12K, and then just flux between that. It would have been mediocre. It would have been just a standard normal thing, and whether or not it survives purely depends on who was paying for it, how much they put into it, and if their format with 10K players is enough to sustain them at that point.
Yeah, but the thing is
Which it might be, so because
and that's the thing,
it
that's the
was
thing
an
that I
indie
was thinking.
studio of X whatever devs, right?
Yeah, it set the expectations super high to where all of these people are suddenly talking about it,
Yeah.
and you're like, "This wasn't necessary." It really wasn't, like, we didn't need to have all of this where everybody's talking about this game. Um, it should have been just, like, kinda like, "Oh, that's a thing, and this is an option," but no, it was put at the end of the gaming awards as, like, the piece de resistance, the thing that everybody needs to, like, pay
Well,
attention
see,
to,
that's
and
the
we're
thing.
like
It's like usually that last one though. I think is like the big cinder, right?
yeah,
The game awards. So the fact that it was this,
yeah,
and
everyone was
we
kind of
just
like,
had
"Why
the
would you"
hero shooter completely fell.
Yeah, it was so stupid, it was very confusing.
Yeah, and
The
then their
phone call.
gameplay trailer that they launched the day of launch, they should
Mhm.
have probably had started with that. It
Yeah.
looked better
Mhm.
than, than what they actually had put out. Um, yeah, to be honest, if I was into FPSs, this game might actually might be something I'd be interested in. The problem is, like right now, for whatever reason, they're having a lot of technical difficulties, essentially,
Yeah.
right? Like there's people still complaining about how they can't get a match to run
Really?
because
See, that's
either they get kicked or
Mhm.
they'll get into games, then people will quit, or they'll get kicked, or what this, that, and the other. Because there were people complaining about it earlier today, still about having that issue, and I somebody was commenting on, yeah, but the game is really good once you get there, and I was just like, that is like the most brain dead take I think I've heard today, because if you've got to wait 30 minutes or longer to get into your PvP match, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter how good it is at that point, because you've
Yeah.
waited 30 minutes. In today's world, that's not exactly an easy thing. This isn't World of Warcraft from 2006,
Yeah.
where we would wait 30 minutes to an hour for a battleground to pop and
I mean,
absolutely love it. We're in the day of people having to be like, if your shit ain't working, they're not there.
I I I I yeah, it's man, this it's kind of it makes me I feel bad for these guys honestly because I'm like this really shouldn't have like the hate that it gets because it's fine.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. But my hubs plays Destiny 1, which is a dead game. They are not doing anything for it at all. They're all in on Destiny 2. They've moved on. The weapons are upgraded and they're tweaking and doing things on that game. Destiny 1 has been dead for years. But even he, like, doesn't spend 30 minutes looking for a match. You know, like there's still like some diehards that, I mean, people sometimes from the streaming space will wander over there and be like, "There's still people here? God bless you." You know, it's like that kind of thing. And even then, it's not 30 minutes for a freaking match. So, but the thing is, it's just like they're like 10,000, well now 11.5 thousand, but like when there were like 30,000 people, 40,000, 50,000 people, they were like, it's taking forever to find a match. And I'm like, that shouldn't be. I mean, my hubs is playing with like maybe 3,000 people worldwide, and it's not taking
Yeah, I
that
know.
long. So,
That's why I say there's got to be some kind of, or that's why I was thinking there's got to be some kind of like back end issue.
yeah, there should have
But you
been some
could,
beta testing that went with this game. Like
yeah,
this really should have been a quiet drop.
they should have beta tested, had at least like, a decent, good beta test or two. It
Yeah.
definitely needed it. But I think also it has something to do with the fact that it requires secure boot
Oh.
just to play properly.
I don't know what that is, but it
um,
sounds obnoxious.
I haven't actually. I'm not 100% sure either. I'm just gonna, like, the first time I have ever heard it had everything to do with Final Fantasy 11. Sorry, no, it had everything to do with Windows 11, right? And I'm
Hmm.
like, what the fuck is this shit? Okay,
Mhm.
and like the girlfriend's older son was trying to reformat a hard drive on his Windows 11 laptop,
Mhm.
and it's got like this, I don't know what the fuck it is, some kind of boot keylogger or something another bullshit that apparently I guess is like automatically installed on Windows 11 machines now, and then you have to go to Windows themselves to get the encryption key to fix it and shit. And I'm just like, no. Whoever thought that was a good idea needs to be shot in the dick. I mean, seriously, I don't care if you're no. For
Yeah.
Windows 11 to try and sit there and say, in order for us to prove that it's our copy, blah blah blah, or to prevent people. It's like, look, I have a hard enough time trying to avoid downloading your shit. I don't
Right.
want to. I don't need you to, hold me hostage with a keylogger thing so I can't reformat my hard drive over this bullshit. But anyway, so yeah, it has something to do with the BIOS and stuff, and I've never actually heard of it until recently. So,
So that
but
was
it
just a
requires secure
huge
boot, I guess,
yeah, that was a huge mess up there. That was like a bad idea.
and it also requires some of our favorite anti cheat, easy anti cheat, I think. So
Mhm. That's always good. That stuff that never screws up the gaming experience. That's always a
yeah.
good idea.
Let's see. Secure boot is designed to protect a system against malicious code being loaded and executed early in the boot process. You know what, people? Can we go back to Darwinism on the PCs? Like, seriously, we do not need, uh, you know Microsoft or whatever to come in here and to save everybody from all the viruses and bullshit like that and stuff. Just let them get infected, let them fuck around and find out and destroy their systems or whatever it is. Just stop trying to stop this shit. I'm tired of this crap.
I
Uh,
I'm of two minds about it just because of the fact that my husband works in IT, and seeing what people go through when they get like ransomware or something like that is so awful. I'm just like, I don't want that to happen. I mean, I really like the pictures of my old cat and stuff. So,
oh, see, that's the thing. I just avoid that stuff.
but the thing is that you don't know. Like if they're determined to wide sweep for whatever reason, they're gonna get you unless you're very sophisticated
Then I'm
or.
very sophisticated. That's what I'm just going to go with. Look, I used LimeWire
Mhm.
as much as anybody else, and I never once had a virus from it. You know
Yeah.
why? Because I knew the file size of an MP3 and could go look and go, that doesn't actually look like song to me. While the rest of us remember getting nothing but viruses 50% of the time, if not more. So I'm just going to go with I'm more sophisticated than the rest, and everybody should adapt to me at this point. Um, no,
Well,
but
I
as
don't
for
think they should go
Highguard,
with the lowest common denominator, but I think they should find a denominator that's got a little bit more grace on it than your very high standard,
yeah,
apparently.
that's right. No, but seriously, this game is pretty mediocre.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I've heard. I've heard
but
it's fine,
here's
but, like, to
here's
have that many downvotes, like, it shouldn't be mostly negative, it should be
no,
fine.
it was riding on the Concord 2.0 grift train.
Yeah, and people were lining up to hate this game. They
Yeah,
really were.
it was the wrong time for this game. It should have just been a stealth drop that
I
nobody knew about.
It
Um,
it would have been better if they just let you do your own character designer. I don't know why these places are, like, determined to lock you into something. Like, at least it made sense in Concord because they were like, "Well, we're
probably,
gonna do vignettes, and we're gonna make all these characters have very specific personality types." I'm like, "I don't care,
you know,
but sure."
I
Uh,
actually do like that ability. It's like the few times that something like Soul Calibur or somebody lets you do it,
mhm.
where you can actually make your own fighting character and stuff.
Yeah.
I wish they'd do that more often.
Yeah, that's what they do in Destiny, and I mean, I hate first person shooters. If you watched me play Jack 3 the other day where they had me, like, shooting things, there was a substantial amount of time where I was staring at stars. I was like, "I don't feel like this is correct because 'cause I'm shooting a land-based
And it
animal
is
that
Friday,
somehow
isn't it?
Huh?
I was thinking yesterday, I was like, I can't wait for Meg to start streaming so I can see what she was playing. Then I never went. I think I got like really tired yesterday or something. I
Oh,
don't know what my
thanks.
deal
Well,
was,
I
but
appreciate your viewership, it means a
but I
lot.
was trying to watch it
Sure,
yesterday.
sure, dude, sure, whatever, man,
I
whatever.
was.
But yeah, but
What do
the
you
yeah,
play
I spent
chess?
a sizable amount of time staring at the sky, and I was like, "I don't feel like this is right." So so I don't like first person shooters, but designing my own character does make me kind of, like, feel a little bit more ownership, and, like, when I die in game, I feel a little bit more responsible and sad. So, no Thomas tonight? It doesn't seem so.
Oh,
I think we've been
Thomas
abandoned.
had a schedule change, so he may or may not pop in for like a few minutes here and there.
Yeah. Also, he's
But
been saying how cold it is out here in Southern California, so,
yeah, he
maybe
may have sniffled up and died. I don't
yeah,
know. Ice
he
might have
could
been
find the
involved.
extra
Who knows?
sweater that you need out here. It's, like, maybe gonna hit the 60s, you know? It's like, "Oh,
Oh
burr."
gosh, California and your 60-degree weather. Wow.
I know,
It's
you kept
snowing out here now, by the way.
oh my I know, it's so funny, but see,
We
the thing is that
finally
I do hold to the fact that it does get cold in Southern California. It just doesn't get freezing in Southern California. There's a difference. You guys are like, "Oh, you think that's cold? It's like negative." No, no, that's freezing. That's different. Cold stops at 32 degrees.
Yeah.
That's when you get to freezing, we should tell Candace Owens because she doesn't know that apparently, but, that's bro, I was just like, "This has to be bait. No way this is real. This has gotta
You're
be
gonna have to
fake."
tell me because how in the world does somebody not know that?
She was like, "Oh my gosh, why isn't the ice melting? It's 30 degrees outside." Because the
Because
freeze
30
what?
degrees is below freezing for
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Everybody was like, "Are we being trucked? Are we being punked?
That's
What's
got to be a
happening?"
troll. There's no way. Like,
It
you know,
had to be a troll, but I mean, she's not funny enough for that. I'm still confused about
it,
it. I feel like I
it
got punked and I need to talk about
sometimes,
it.
sometimes she can be funny. Twice a day, it's like the whole broken clock thing.
But
Even
it's
the
not
unfunny
intentional.
can occasionally be funny once in a
Yeah,
while.
but the thing is that, like, she's not, like, intentionally funny. When she's trying to be funny, it comes off as cringe. They have
All
fun
right,
tonight.
see you,
Plans to
Joe.
eat dinner
Have a
and head
good
straight to
night.
bed. Oh, alright, Joe. Thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for dropping by. Give your little kitties a
Wasn't
hug.
here for that long. But no, so the Steam charts finally started counting their numbers, which is about where I thought they would be,
Yeah,
peaking at about 12K, almost
which is
13K,
fine.
which is, which I mean, it, if you
It's
spend 400 billion on your live service, 10K is not good enough.
okay, wait, how much
Not
did they
anywhere
spend on this game?
close. But I am pretty sure they did not spend that much on their
No.
live service.
No, it
Actually, I
looks
wonder if
like
there's a number out there.
an inventive version, like a more interesting version of, like,
Or,
Concord or Fortnite or just, like, any sort of hero shooter where it's kind of like the colors are kind of overwashed out and everything. It's super bright for no reason.
what's the word for how much they spent on something?
What? You mean overhead?
Uh,
Hello, unicorn poop. Wow, what a name. Oh, hi, simple kitty cat.
okay, unicorn
I'm
poop.
sorry, I'm reading chat like a good streamer
Well,
does.
I can't see chat right now. There are no public figures on how much Wildlight Entertainment spent developing Highguard. The industry suggests development costs exceeded 10 million based on studio size, around 100 employees, 4 years of development. Studio was reported fully funded by 2023. Um,
See, this
indicating,
I don't know.
external investment.
I don't know how much money this has. I don't know
Mhm.
how good the legs on this game are gonna be for the people who actually do find it fun. Not, not groundbreaking, not, "Oh, bro, you gotta get on this game," but, fun, fine, interesting. "Hey, I got a horse in a shooter game." That's kind of different. The things that you, like, were locked into doing
Mm.
seems very annoying to me, but,
This-
again, I don't play these games, they are not my bag, so
So the estimate is about 10 mil, just based on the kind of game,
mhm,
how many people work at the studio,
okay.
and how long it was in development. And they also apparently reported that they were fully funded to do this game by
Mhm.
the end of 2023. So somebody invested into it. We don't know who to fully fund their endeavor. So there's a good likelihood that about 12,000, if they you know have enough wells and stuff like that, absolutely can probably sustain themselves for a long period of time.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the legs that the game itself has, like, if people stick around, because in a live service game, really, if you lose your player base, you kind of die. Like I said, Destiny 2 is a dead game, but the players that love it still love it. They still come around, it still gets a couple of new people in here every now and then, so it's held alive by a small but mighty contingent of players. So, I mean, if Highguard can hold on to that, then that's good on him, you know? I just don't know because this is the first week.
No,
I can't imagine that people are, like, super amped on it, though.
I think they do have a lot to fix.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, they should have
2
beta
times
tested.
sound ridiculous.
That whole having to shatter the crystal bullshit, like that
Ugh.
whole mining process, needed to probably be scrapped a long damn time ago. That was unnecessary. Doesn't need to be in there.
It just seems
Um,
frustrating. Like, doing that as a side mission or a side gig, like, if you wanna build up a house or something like that, like, if you turn this
if
into,
you
like
were playing an MMO, maybe, but you know, you're trying to defend or fortify and defend a base here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's just
there.
it's like, "Hey, stop fighting shooting that guy. Go mine in the corner." I'm like, "No, this seems bizarre." I it just like again, I like the idea of the medieval setting. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of fun." I like the idea of like jump on horse mid thing. I think
Apparently, I
somebody
can't
else had a
talk.
bear that he could jump on, and he was very excited about it. So they were like, "It's fine. It's fun enough, but it's not like it's."
Well, I think the biggest part is the fact that it's an FPS,
Yeah,
and again, half of it you're not shooting anything.
yeah,
That's the
that's the
biggest
thing.
problem. It's like an Apex or Fortnite or anything else, Call of Duty, Battlefield. When you're not shooting anything, it's generally because you're moving from point A to point B and there's nobody in the area, and then you get to the area and boom, you start shooting again.
Yeah, I
But
think
this is
it's
like a good, the first half of the game, 5 to 10 minutes of the game, you're just not shooting anything.
yeah, I think that there's that there should be 2 elements to this game. There should be an element where you're basically able to do kind of like a mining sort of thing. You build up your resources and all that crap. It's basically an FPE and FP, um, I'm sorry, not FP, blah, 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 a PvE and PvP sort of, situation. Wherein for the main body of the work is in going out and shooting other people in the face, but because they yearn for the mines, they should have a segment where you can go and mine stuff and it kind of shoot random enemies or something like that, and it you get stuff for that, some sort of grindy mechanic over there. Build up a hub or something like that where you can like be on like a make clans and stuff like that. So, that would be a way to utilize that. But honestly, I feel like the match felt really messy. Watching it, I was like, I'm very confused. I'm very tired. I don't care anymore. I liked the idea of a horse. Like I liked some of the concepts, but just it's like there's too much weird stuff to do. It's like, like it's like the mining while shooting seems kind of obnoxious. They're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get in there and blast your face. First, we're gonna go and like go talk to the shopkeeper." And I'm like, I don't want to talk. I want to shoot that guy in the face. It's very important to me in my life. So it just really seems like it was not play tested by actual gamers. It was play tested by people who were like,
Yeah,
"Does this thing work?"
yeah. Like, I like the concept.
Yeah,
It definitely needs work. Like, I'm
yeah,
not sure how to make it work. I'll just be brutally honest. I have no idea how to attempt to make something like this work, with the exception, or without adding more people to it. But
yeah.
if they're going to have issues just getting games up and running,
Mhm.
that's not exactly a plausible thing when you can't
Yeah,
get
step
six
1,
people.
make a game work properly.
But yeah, so here's Ninja and them, I guess, quitting at the start or something like that.
Really?
I have to
Yeah.
stop the shield
Hey
breaker.
guys, I'm
I tried
sorry.
turning it up, but
This
it won't
game
go
is
higher.
very, very boring. I forgot what it is.
Oh, he's gonna leave. All right, our random. Yeah, you're gonna leave.
Bro, I don't know. This game is.
Yo, bro played one game and he's out, dude. Yo. And now
Yeah, that's
me
so
and this
dumb.
other guy
You're
have
gonna
to stop the
2v3.
shield
Hey
breaker.
guys, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I
it's not
saw
loud
Alvin
enough to
go,
really
"You."
tell, but they're talking about um, leaving because they're not having any fun with it.
Yeah, but I mean,
Which again comes to that whole if half your game
yeah.
doesn't have the element that people chime in for.
Yeah. Well, I do remember, I think it was Moist Critical was talking about it, saying that it's got like a really big map and it's like really, really spread out. So
Yeah,
yes, that's true though. I remember watching Asmongo playing it and he was like, dang, fortunately there's a horse and you get to, summon, magic horse that spawns in like magics himself in and then magics himself away. Spirit horse, I guess. And so that helps you traverse to get to the enemy's place, but it's just it doesn't feel high stakes enough until it does, you know? Like,
Yeah,
there is a huge amount of space, and it just seems like it's
it's
made for larger teams or, like, armies or
yeah.
something like that.
That's why I
It
keep
just
saying they need more people.
yeah, it either needs more people or it needs less space, or they could just toss in some, like, some random enemies in the middle, you know, like some PvE sort of,
Like I
trolls
think
that just
those.
attack everybody, make something difficult, so they're attacking your place, you could turn them to your side or something like that if you take out their Highguard or something like that, you know, like, stuff
Yeah,
like that, but there's, like, a lot of space where there's, like, nothing interesting to do, and then you get to the other guy, and then you get shot, and then you have to start all over again, you're like, "Son of a" so, yeah, it's just yeah, it's
yeah.
like
I mean, all they need is like they could take the castles or whatnot, build them up real quick, pull them out, put it into deathmatch mode, right? And then
yeah,
have 5 people fight it out or something in a deathmatch mode in the castle. And there's plenty of enough space there
yeah.
because it's so freaking large. But yeah,
The maps are
that's
just
the thing.
they're
It's too big. It's so big that they inputted this horse, right? And you can shoot people off their horses and mounts and stuff, right? Which is cool. That is fun. That is amazing. I love that idea. However, there's also just 3 people.
yeah,
That's the problem. I think that's the
yeah,
biggest problem is there's just 3 people. So, in order to chances are all 3 are gonna, you know, move around as a unit if they know what
yep.
they're doing.
There's gonna be a lot of
So,
handholding.
the chances of you actually getting to a point where you can engage in this mechanic of shooting somebody off their horse or something probably isn't ever gonna really happen
No.
that often. Um,
Well, yeah,
not
'cause you're
naturally.
yeah, 'cause you're locked into either going defending your castle or going to their castle, and, you know, who knows where everybody is, it's
Well,
just
see, you gotta fight for the sword, right?
oh, that's
Um
right, the shield
See,
breaker or
what it is,
something.
Shield Breaker comes out in, like, 5 minutes after
Mhm.
you started the match,
And that's fun, waiting for
and
5
and
minutes to really be able to do stuff. You're like, "That's"
in that 5 minutes, you're building up your defenses, and then whoever wins the Shield Breaker, I guess, is the attacking army,
I guess, I don't
and
know.
then whoever from what my understanding of watching other people play it, was if you win the Shield Breaker, you're the attackers, I guess.
Mhm.
So when you put it in the thing, you get to attack the defenders who are now defending with their base. So it's
Yeah,
up to
but
you to
you can
destroy their
drop the
base, but
shield
if you
breaker too,
don't
right, if you get
succeed,
killed?
then everything restarts, and then you gotta wait 5 minutes for the shield breaker to come back.
Yeah, see, that's a lot of time of not shooting the other
Yeah,
people in the face. And that's kind of why you're playing this game. You're playing this game to be like, "Got you, sucker!" You know, like, that's literally
and
the exciting part of it. I've
and
watched people play these games. I mean, I don't understand them, but, you know,
the shield breaker is a dumb concept altogether.
it's so annoying.
It's like whoever gets the ball gets to take the first shot. We
Yeah.
get it. You've got this sword, and we don't even get to use the damn thing. Uh, it'd be better if it was like, on par with like the rocket launcher or something from, old FPS games or something like that. And it's like you got the BFG from Doom. That's the shield breaker, right? Uh, and you could actually use it, but it would be one of those things that like doesn't show up on the map very often, and it might be hidden somewhere, this, that, and the other, and you got to go find it. It'd be a different thing then. But yeah, it's just you spend too much time doing a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You spend too much time not shooting the other people in the face in an environment in which you would want to shoot someone in the face.
But anyway, it looks like somebody had them take out the fact that they were Apex and Titanfall developers.
Oof.
Um, I'm going to assume the current holder of Apex Legends and Titanfall probably looked at them, looked at the shitstorm, and said, "Hey, Chief, I'm going to need you to remove our names from your vicinity."
Yeah. I don't know why people are calling it Concord 2.
So they did that. Well, I know why they're calling it Concord 2 is because it looked and gave that feel of Concord.
I mean, it didn't though, because like, it's not
So
so
for everybody
laughably
else.
woke. I mean, I mean,
That's the
I
one thing they cite. Look, I'm telling you what they cite. It
mhm.
looked like Concord. It felt like Concord from that initial trailer. That's it. That's all they've gone with.
Yeah.
And it's just like I've tried to do that and I can't get it to happen. It's
Hmm.
just a mediocre game,
Yeah,
guys.
that's all I'm saying. I'm like, it's just meh.
Concord was a disaster. This,
Concord gave a giant robot pronouns. Like,
yeah, I
this
know,
was,
seriously.
like, ridiculously
It was a
woke,
trash
you know?
can, by the way.
Huh?
I think it was a sentient trash can. The robot?
Yeah, I don't
I'm pretty
remember what
sure
it
it was
was.
a compactor or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
it
a
was like a
trash
trash
compactor?
compactor. It was kind of roundish, though. And then
Uh,
there was like these there were just like a lot of fat people and ugly people and just like you didn't want to be any of these heroes. And Highguard, you're like, they're
they're
fine.
mediocre.
You know, they're not offensive. They're fine. I'm not
Uh,
excited about any of them. I'm not like, oh, I need to play that, homie. I don't. But
Thomas and I did the thing.
I don't know why everybody I just
Where we
never understood
post the
the,
same
like,
thing.
massive amount of hate, except that it's kind of fun to kinda, like, crap on bad games, but I'm like, "This just seems like it's meh." Card is fine when you don't have an internet in your ear telling you it's nasty. Oh, I played h 7 hours of Concord this weekend, and immediately they went back in.
Yeah, so the journalists aren't helping.
No, they're not. Stop telling us that it's good.
And it's the
It's
same
just
guy too. That's the sad part, right?
yeah.
Morgan Park here. Where's the big one? Is
Yeah, it's just
there's a bigger one of him somewhere?
it just
Did
looks
I
like
not put it
meh.
in
Like,
here?
if this is your jam, you'll jam to it, but it just to me, it looked like a mess. It looked like there was just too much that was happening. It's not a bad game, but it's like out of 10, it's like maybe a 5. I mean, you get points for, originality. Like I said, I like the idea of being able to ride a horse or ride a bear. I wonder if they would've let you ride a dragon eventually. That'd be cool. But, yeah, the not working part, that's kind of really bad. The whole, "Now, okay, we're gonna get into this fight, but first you must mine." That seems kind of irritating and, not really what I signed up for. So, it's just meh, like, it basically evens out to, like, a 5, maybe a 6 if you're really into this kind of game, but
That's the same one I already had up there.
yeah, it's just it's just a lot of like but people were hating on this game so hard that I understand why the journalists got super protective. They're like, "That's not fair," and I'm like, "I don't think it's fair. I think that you're right. It's not fair,
Yeah,
but also this game is
they're
not good. It's fine."
they're out there going, hey, if you spend more than like 4 hours in the game, you give it a good review and stuff like that. And it's like, you no kidding, really? Usually, people who continue to play a game like said game, therefore they give it a good review. That's how this thing works.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, not always, but sometimes.
If I spent 4 hours in a game and I didn't like it, I'm doing this for work of some sort or because I lost a bet. Like, that's it. It's just like, look, I think that the rage on it was overblown because people hated it when they first saw it, and they were like, "It's like Concord." I was like, "No, no. From an artist perspective, it does not look like Concord. It has the same washed out aesthetic, which is annoying, but it does
That's
not."
why it did that.
Hmm?
That's why it did this.
Yeah. Well, I think that a lot of people were gonna jump on it because of how it was placed. It should have never been at the end of the Game Awards. They got screwed over by, like, being overhyped.
Oh yeah.
It should have never had this many eyeballs on it, like, because this
If
many
anything, it
people would
should have
never
been
have
in the
liked
middle
it.
of the Game Awards at some point. It was one of the
Yeah.
standard games.
Yeah, like, also this game is happening, not like, "The game you've all been waiting to see." Like,
Well,
"Wait, what?
that's what we
Nobody
got.
no, don't do that."
And then we got this game, and everyone's like, "I'm sorry, what? What is this?"
Man,
Yeah.
journalists should
So
just shut up, though. You're like, "No, no, you don't understand. You're like an anti, marketing tool at this point. You're just like every time you say something, it makes gamers want to go against you, you know?
Either way, we're going to find out in about a week or so. We'll come
Yeah, if
back,
it's
we'll
got any
check
legs.
back in on it, we'll see where it sits, and we'll figure out if the thing is still kicking or not.
Yeah. I mean, I have no ill feelings for this. I just don't care. But, you know, I mean, you know, these people tried. They tried something. It doesn't look super subversive. All right, we lost a human. It doesn't look super subversive to me. I mean, you know, they gave it a shot. I hope that they succeed because, you know, why not? It's good when people succeed when they try to do something. Um, but they do need to fix these bugs. They do need to have it to where, you know, when you log into a game to shoot people in the face, you're able to find other people whose faces you can shoot. So these things seem very, very important in this game. So that they haven't seen to that, or that they released this game without that, seems kind of stupid. It seems kind of sort of very stupid. So yeah, I really don't know, like, what their beta testing was like because it seems like they really needed to do more of that, and
They
they
probably
should
just
have out to other
internally
gamers,
tested it.
honestly, who would have been like, "We don't want to mine in the middle of this." That's so stupid. I don't even play these games, and I like mining, and I wouldn't wanna do that. Like, that's
It's
irritating.
yearn for the mines, but not these mines.
I think that's all. I think that's all of my thoughts on that. It's just kinda like, you know, I hope you guys fix your game. Good luck to you.
So apparently localizers are doing it again.
Why are they doing it again? Do they not realize that this is just, you do realize that your replacements are waiting in the wings. Like,
It's like you guys continuously make the argument of why AI should replace you. Every
yeah,
time you do this bullshit.
yeah.
This is there is a fine line between justice and bigotry. The actual translation is a fine line between justice and madness. That's a whole different
That
statement,
is a
guys.
very different that
And it's always like this too. Every time they make that subtle change, whatever, right?
it's always
It,
gotta
it,
be
it
social
always just
justice.
completely changes the entire
It's always,
meaning of everything. It's like you guys do know English, right? I know
yeah.
you got to know English because you're translating it into English. You know we don't do words like that, right?
Yeah, you're like, "You keep
I mean,
using these words. I don't think these words mean what you think they
I
mean."
get that we've got things like there, and there, and
Mhm,
they're all the same word with three different ways to use it and meaning, right? But
mhm.
things like madness and bigotry or feminine and feminist, those are completely different ways to use those words with
Yeah, well, in the second one, they're darn near antonyms. In the first one, they're just non sequiturs. They don't have anything to do with each other. Bigotry and madness have literally nothing to do with each other. I mean, madness is a type of lunacy. It can lead you to do crazy things and evil things, but bigotry is an intentional prejudice. That's not the same. It's kind of, you know, one is intentional, the other one is not. So it's just okay. I'm never mind. I loathe these people because they're changing what the initial artist was trying to convey, what the creator was trying to say with their work by saying, "No, I could do it better. Do your own stuff, Sparky." Like, don't do that.
You can go make your own game like Concord.
Yes.
But anyway, so apparently there's a new CEO over at Nintendo, and it's this older lady. Um, so yeah, that has happened.
I,
I don't know. She hasn't done anything yet. So
no, that's
now
not quite true.
this is the issue though. So apparently, Dispatch, which is Twilight for Men,
Mhm.
got a Switch 2 launch, I guess, right, or a Switch launch,
Mhm.
and it's censored over there. Now, apparently, the game itself has a censored mode or something that you can turn on, which is
Mhm.
great. You know, if you want to do that, that's fine. I think me and Chad had to turn that on for BG3 just due to the fact that, you know, we were streaming it. So
Yeah, and
it
you're just
needed
like, "You
fig
know what?
leaves in places.
Dr. Manhattan scarred a lot of people. We don't need to, like, redo this. That's okay."
Yeah. But yeah, on the Switch, apparently it is turned on by default and you can't turn it off. And it's just one of those head scratch things. Like, why? Why even release it at that point? I mean,
I'm just, I'm so tired.
now people are blaming this new CEO.
Well,
This,
yeah.
this new CEO who took
I mean, she looks like she's
office
Miss
30
Rachel's
days
predecessor.
ago. She
She
took
looks like
it.
the sequel to Mister Rogers. Like she's about to be like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah,
I mean,
rah," you know?
I'm sure she's going to be problematic at some point, some way, right?
Oh yeah.
That's the thing from Pikmin, isn't it? Anyway, um, but she only took the spot like 30 days ago, guys. And by this, it was 28 days ago. She hasn't been there long enough to make any changes yet.
From
Not
what
that we would notice anyway.
from what I understand, there's something that they were having where
No, they
they
didn't.
now have like the sections like it's kind of like a me maker where you can do male,
Yeah.
female, and non-binary, and the
Well,
people are
yeah,
like,
that's the Tamagotchi life thing, but that's been in development for the past couple of years. Several
yeah,
years.
but I mean, adding something like that, I don't think is very difficult. So I don't know.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know, but
I
it's
would say it was probably already there, just due to the
maybe.
fact of what it is.
But the thing is, it's just like
And
Nintendo. You're a Japanese company. Why are you hiring?
Nintendo's been teetering this thing
Yeah.
for the better part of the last 3 or 4 years at this point.
So I mean, is this like
So,
Nintendo America?
no, this is Nintendo of Japan. Like,
Why?
her, I think she's Nintendo America, right?
I guess.
But this is Nintendo Japan making these calls, and they've been kind of teetering the whole um, DEI whatever thing for the
Are they
better
just trying
part
to
of a
cater
couple of
to like
years.
what are they trying to cater to exactly?
So, I don't know. They're just the family
That's
system,
true.
and
They are more of the family brand, but
but at the same
don't.
time, I think they've kind of like lost their essence since who was it? Wada passed away,
Hmm.
right? Like ever since that happened,
Yeah.
the whole thing has been kind of like in this weird free fall
Yeah.
because they'll do a thing and you're looking at them and you turn your head sideways, going, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
And then they take
And
it
then
back.
and then on the other hand, yeah, they go around and then do the complete opposite, and you're just like, "I'm getting mixed signals here, Nintendo. What's going on?"
Yeah, you're like,
You
"Okay,
know?
see, I know
And
what this is. You take medicine for this kind of disorder like this."
I mean, we
Yeah.
can look at how they launched the Switch 2. They came out and
Mhm.
said 80 $90 games, right? Was going
Mhm.
to be the norm. They released one game at that price point
Mhm.
and immediately walked it back for everything else after that backlash.
Oh, good.
So Mario Kart came out at what, the $80 price tag? Donkey Kong was 70. Metroid was 70 and 60.
Yeah.
Uh,
See,
yeah.
I as soon as they
The
said that,
only
I
thing that
lost
touched
interest in buying Nintendo
that
things, so I didn't
yeah,
even
like
look.
the only thing that touched those price points, I think, was Zelda and Mario Kart. And that's only because in order for you to play Zelda on the Switch 2 variant, you had to pay them an additional $20 on a game that was already $70 to begin with. So,
That's
or
irritating.
$60 or whatever it was. Because, the prices for that never go down. Um,
Ooh.
yeah. But aside from that, they have been kind of going back, and well, we don't have a GameStop now. They apparently closed it. Last time was a GameStop a few weeks ago, when we did have it. I was looking at the Switch 2 stuff, Switch
Mhm.
2 lineup, and their games and things. Nothing was touching that $80 price point.
Hmm.
That Nintendo was like, this is the new thing we're going forward with. Everything's going to be $80, especially our first party stuff. And it's like, no, you didn't. So Nintendo's been throwing like these mixed signals now for a while, the better part of a few years, it feels like, which is why it's so confusing. It's like, people are talking about this censorship of the Nintendo Switch version of Dispatch,
Mhm.
and they're like, oh, well, they have to because of ratings and this, that, and the other stuff. And it's like, Bitch, please. We have to have ratings on all this shit. Have you not heard of the ESRB? It's like, it's rated on PC. It's rated on all the other systems it came out for. It's going to have to be rated on the Switch too, and it's going to be the same rating. I mean,
Yeah,
granted, if they're going to censor it, I guess it can be a lower rating. But it
yeah.
wouldn't be the first thing on the Switch that comes out with a mature rating. It's
No,
had
and that's
other
the thing that's so
games.
confusing. Like, I understand that they're like, "Oh, we're the safe brand." Okay, well then, like, be the safe brand and don't release games like that then. Or if you do have them in a very special place or something like that, that's fine, whatever. Just don't be so schizophrenic about it. Like, pick a struggle, homie. Like, just it just you pick the floor that you're going to be on and don't keep like trying to put holes in it so that you can keep jumping between them. It makes it confusing, and now your building lacks structure.
Yeah.
um I'm looking at these games now. Let's see. I don't see where you can games, I guess, for Switch 2.
Oh, I haven't actually looked at their site. I wonder
I
what they
hate
are.
their website so much. I just do. I just hate their website. All right, there we are. Games, and it just ugh.
That's just, yeah. I don't go to their site very at all ever, hardly. At least we have to do it here for something.
All right.
Usually, I just I see it in store.
Stores. You mean you go outside? Outside's for
Yes,
suckers.
listen,
Alright, so I'm looking
it
at the
was very
games they have.
peoply
There's
out there
Pokemon
earlier.
Pokopia, which is $70, Mario Tennis Fever, $70, Animal Crossing's $5. Wait, no, that's an upgrade pack.
Animal Crossing
Um,
New Horizons Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
it looks
Really?
like 70 is their
Yeah,
standard.
I think they're going to land on 70 as the standard instead of the 80 they were pushing.
Yeah, 80 is for, like, the very special things like, this Kirby game here.
Are they actually
Um,
going to release that at 80?
the Kirby game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? What's that at?
Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Forgotten Land. This is Kirby Air Riders.
Oh, that's a different game.
Yeah, this is a different game. Wait. I still don't know how much it is. I haven't seen another $80 game for them yet.
Virtua Fighter 5 is going to be $20. What?
I'm not signing in.
Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection is $70. There's a Snoopy game. I'm an adult.
An adult.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean,
Need an adult.
yeah.
Listen, I was
Like,
playing
look.
Mega Man Legends the other day, and I needed an adult. She was just like, Mega, look at those muscles on you. And I'm like, I need an adult. I need an adult. I need an adult. Who are you?
Stranger danger, no.
Yeah, seriously, like total stranger danger. Never even met this chick before.
I know. I remember when I was watching you play, I was like, "Why are all these girls coming on at the toaster? Like, that's kind of weird, guys."
It was just the one, but still. Well, I guess it was two because the one wanted a dress. It's like, would you buy this dress for me? No,
And I'm like,
I don't even
okay, so
know
they're signing
you.
you up for simpage class early. All right, cool. Way to get them young.
Apparently. Oh yeah, Nintendo shifts the blame for the Dispatch Switch version censorship. I forgot. I want to take a look at that real quick.
Of course they did.
The company
That's
does
that's
not
a
make
sign of a
changes
good
to
company.
partner content. Let's see. After Switch owners complained about the superhero comedy Dispatch forcing censorship on their newly released Nintendo Switch version, Nintendo released a statement denying that it was directly responsible for the decision. Statement reads, Nintendo requires all games on its platform to receive ratings from independent organizations and to meet or establish content and platform guidelines. While we inform partners when the titles do not meet our guidelines, Nintendo does not make changes to partner content. We also do not discuss specific content or criteria used in making these determinations. Okay. So I guess maybe they violated
Yeah, so it sounds
Uh,
like
okay, so considering this is the thing that everybody keeps sharing, right?
mhm,
I can 100% believe that somewhere in their terms, Nintendo has showing dick is against their terms of service.
mhm.
That would be against their terms of service to have the game on their platform.
Yeah.
Which is probably why Baldur's Gate 3 isn't on the Switch. Who knew?
Well, that and the hardware
Yeah,
limitations.
that the hardware couldn't handle it.
Yeah. I'm just
Um,
like, "Look, guys, this."
yeah,
I like
I've
the
never
Nintendo
played.
games because I am a child, but, I mean, come on.
I never played Dispatch, but it was all the rage for all the guys, so I determined it was Twilight for men, and left it at that. So,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
yeah,
this is I don't know if they got that strike and they decided to be hilarious about it and just put big black bars in places just to be obnoxious. 'Cause that's something I would do, you know?
I mean, I would like at least make it comical. Like if I'm going to take the time to do a censored version, at least
Mhm,
make it comical. Like put something that would be like conveniently in the way.
mhm.
Like what was it? One Punch Man does this pretty good. Like Satama loses all his clothes like in the very first episode, they all get burnt off.
Mhm.
And at every angle the camera is, something is in the way. Either it's a light pole or something. And it's
Yeah,
like the
it's
tip
kinda
of the
like,
pole is just
Austin
like right
Powers.
there in the way of everything. No
Yeah,
matter what angle the shot is, something is in the way. That's how you handle that. I think
yeah.
that's how you should handle that. I know it takes more time to do that sort of thing,
Mhm.
but it's comical and people would actually there it might be better to play the game that way to be honest.
If it's a comedy especially,
Yeah,
just kind of, like, make it ridiculous and silly.
but yeah, I would say that's probably what happened is they violated because of nudity, and I'm sure there's probably a thing in there where you're not supposed to have nudity on the Nintendo stuff.
I guess.
So, well, I mean, I don't think I've seen nudity in any other game that was on a Nintendo platform. That's kind of been a thing that has been relegated to PC games for the most part and PC only titles.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I again, remember the game that I just got really excited about was, like, Snoopy, so, clearly, I don't really delve too deeply into that realm of, like, edginess, but yeah, I
Yeah, I mean that's the best I can come up with. Is that happened? They flagged and it's like, look, you can't have that. You're gonna have to do something about it, and they
and
gave
they
you the
decided to
censored
be
only version.
obnoxious.
And then I think at that point, I think it's up to them as the company who makes Dispatch to inform people that
Yeah,
hey, due to a violation of their TOS or whatnot, we had to make a change and it's a censored version. That should be like up front before you hit pay.
okay,
Like
so
so people can see.
here's my dark horse theory, though. My dark horse theory here would be, what if they found that so obnoxious that they were like, "Oh, you wanna do that? Alright." And they just decided to make it obnoxious and then make everybody think that it's Nintendo's fault that they violated the TOS,
Yeah.
so and because everybody's mad at Nintendo right now. Nobody's
Oh yeah.
mad at Dispatch.
Yeah,
Well,
which is
at, whoever sells Dispatch.
yeah. Well, see, also a lot of people are mad at this chick here too over it,
Well, I mean,
and
she just looks like
and
somebody
it's
that you're
just
gonna be
like,
annoyed with. She looks like she's going to criticize your lawn. She's
yeah,
just that
I
kind
know
of
she's going to
person.
be a Karen. I can
Yeah,
just tell it. But at the same time, it's like, bro,
yeah, I
this
mean, she just
they
looks like
made that decision before she showed up. I'm sorry.
yeah, I
The
know,
game
and the thing
just
is, though,
came out. That decision was already done and made before she showed up. But
yeah,
if we're going
but
to put
and my
blame on anyone, put it where it belongs.
yeah, and my theory is that they knew that people would put the blame on Nintendo instead of on them, and they decided to, because they were salty about it, they decided to be like, "Nah, screw them, let them get blamed for it."
Yeah, maybe. I
I
mean, the
would've
only way
if
Nintendo
I
can
was
come
if
out
I was a worse
or
version of myself.
the only way to fix that is for Nintendo to actually come out and tell people why, which they're not going to. They've done said it's like we don't discuss this kind of shit, and it's like Nintendo, you just come out and say it. if that was the case, just come out and say, "Hey, look, they violated our TOS. Here it is for
Well,
content stuff." And then they were told they're going to have to fix it somehow. What they did, they fixed it. Um,
I mean, they more or less said that. The thing is that the way that they said that sounded like they were writing a corporate Hallmark card, so
yeah,
it doesn't strike you as a human thing to say. They could have just said, "Look, we had this in terms of service that you can't do certain things. They did the thing, so we said you got to fix it." And this was their fix. Like, okay, I mean, they knew going in that this was what it was. Like, they didn't have to release on our platform. We just said you can't release it as is. That's kind of it. But they just can't do that. It has to go through like an entire like soul train line of lawyers before it gets out to the public, and thus it always sounds like something that was written by AI on crack.
yeah. I just wish they'd do. Wish these people would just be
Yeah.
honest about it. It's like, look, there's nudity in this title. We had to remove it.
Yeah,
So
and I don't know
this
why
is
they
a
don't say
censored
that.
version before you buy it, and this would prevent people from being upset and trying to claim refunds after the fact when they find out that what they wanted turns out was censored. So
Well, that should have been apparent to begin with.
yeah,
Now
I
I don't know
mean,
who that falls on.
I think that falls on the company if they're not properly
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, this is the censored version of the game." And people are buying the game because they loved it so much on their PlayStation or whatever it was that they played it on, and they want to take it with them on the go. And then they find out it's censored, 4
Yeah.
hours, 4 hours and 2 weeks later or whatnot, when they finally get to a part.
Yeah, that's
I would be
uncool.
very salty at that point
Yeah.
because that's not what I paid for. So yeah, I think it's up to the developer. What is it? Ad hoc is the developer, right?
Mhm.
To
Which is kind
post,
of hilarious
put
since
that,
the
clarify that before you purchase. Hey, this is a censored version of what is available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Are you sure you want to purchase this? Or maybe not a splash screen there, but in the thing where it's like here's the thing, or you know um, like if this was the sell page and you're clicking the pre-order, you
Mhm.
know, somewhere in between this price and this here is like, by the way, this product is censored
Mhm.
because Nintendo doesn't allow, nudity, and this game is rated, mature 17 plus everywhere else. And
What
the
is this game
uncensored
called again?
version's available on
Dispatch?
place, just have that there before you hit order. And there you go.
Wanna look at it now. I have to tell them how old I am. Alright, let's see. This is an upgrade pack, direct download. Um, it says some mature content from Dispatch's original version has been modified. So there is a note here. Um, it's
Oh, is
just
that on
not
the Nintendo
up at
thing?
the top where you'd expect it to be, where you'd want it to be. But to be fair, there really isn't any that's not where they put that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. Here, I can send you the link to it.
Okay, yeah, I can't find it. I mean, I'm
Alright,
trying to
it's
look
gonna
for it,
be
but you know how
in
I
our
am
Rumble
sometimes.
chat. Swapdale. Don't use Discord. I mean, Rumble, like, it everything is here. You have to tell them how old you are. Old man's ear.
Okay. Shit, I've hit the wrong button.
You sure did.
Uh,
Just do like 1980, man.
I'm hitting tab to go to the next section,
Mhm.
but it also is auto going over to the next section. So
Oh.
I'm hitting tab and I'm skipping the next section because I'm old and I'm used to having to tab it, not autoing it.
I hate it when it auto does. I don't like it when it does things for you. It's
Yeah.
annoying. But yeah,
Let's do a
so it's
switch
not
to
here.
duration.
It's further down. Here. Right here.
Let's see.
Nope, up.
Oh, up.
Yeah.
Dispatch notes some mature content from Dispatch original version has been modified. Yeah, like this should be up here.
Like, the thing is, though, I mean, it does say Switch 2 edition. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, because the thing is that let's just say that their page is what their
I mean, it's
page
still a
is.
mature rating too. So,
Yeah.
blood, pure humor, intense violent nudity, sexuality, contents. Like even it still says it has nudity in it.
Maybe it allows for everything except the most private of parts, the things that get covered by fig leaves. So
Yeah,
boobage is fine, I guess, and
I don't.
booty is fine, but not the front part.
The Switch 2 version is over twice the file size. What the hell? Guys, does it really
Yeah, and
need
those black bars there.
yeah, seriously, I fully believe those black bars add over 10 gigabytes to cover that up. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know, this game does not look like my jam anyway, but,
yeah, it's not really my thing either, but anyway, so someone over in the UK is suing Steam for $900 million for unfair pricing.
explain.
So, from what I gathered,
Mhm.
before we get into it, what has happened is they're upset that if they buy a game on Steam, they have to purchase the DLC for that game on Steam.
Yeah.
They can't purchase it anywhere else.
No.
So they're suing over it because it's unfair pricing.
No, it's not.
And I'm willing to bet that if you were to ask them where else could you buy a game on the PC, they wouldn't be able to tell you either.
No, and
They
I'm just
probably
like,
have no idea that GOG exists or Epic.
look, I mean, you're playing it through the Steam portal and, well, with some sort of link to your Steam account. Steam stores all that information. It stores your save file and your user information and that kind of jazz. It's the same as if you bought a game on your PlayStation or you bought a game on your Xbox. I wouldn't buy a game on my Xbox and then be like, "Oh, the upgrade on is for sale on the Nintendo store. I should totally be able to buy the Nintendo upgrade for my Xbox game." No, that's not how it works. I understand it's on a computer and you're like, "Well, computers should be more free and open." But it's not. Steam isn't like that. Steam is like, "No, we lock in, bro." And that just is what it is. I don't expect to be able to get um an upgrade through GOG for a game that I bought through Steam. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so apparently in 2024,
This is
uh,
just boomers who don't
this
understand games, isn't it?
on behalf of 14 million Steam users in the UK, United Kingdom, it alleged that it's a what are those
Class action.
class action, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
class action. It alleged that Valve uses restrictive contractual terms to control how and where PC games are sold, limiting publishers' ability to offer lower prices or early releases on rival storefronts. I do
And
believe you just described Epic.
yeah.
Because Epic was the only one doing the deals saying, hey, if you only launch here for the first year, we'll pay you a buttload of money to do that so it can't go to Steam.
Yeah,
Uh,
this
but yeah,
look, if it's just for things like upgrades, that's one thing. Let's see. It accuses Valve of abusing its dominant position. Wait, can you scroll up a little bit?
nope.
Yeah. In the gaming market through operation of Steam, leading to unfair prices. I don't know what they mean. Like, I need them to give me, like, give me a for instance sort of thing. Because if it's like the upgrade sort of thing, that's dookie. But if they're talking, yeah, okay.
No, no, that's just sorry. I thought that was like a document that was going to tell us something.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's one thing if it's, like, upgrades, but if it's just, oh, yeah, according to the filing, Steam's rules also require players who purchase base game on the platform to buy all associated downloads through Steam. Yes, doy. This is
Mm-hmm.
Why is this shocking? I'm so confused as to why this is shocking. Cross-platforming, I mean, if they
Yeah.
did that, then that'd be groovy, but the thing is that because of the fact that all of your data is saved in Steam, I already know that going in. I'm not an idiot. Why are they so stupid? Or are these like ambulance chasers who are like, we're in the UK and we don't have nearly enough problems, so we have to like make some up because we don't have people getting
So
stabbed in the streets.
I actually think that this might be Epic's. So I joked about it when I first read about this,
Mhm.
saying it. I was thinking, or I'm sorry, I thought about the joke and never made it, but I was just like, is Epic in the room with these people? Right? Because Epic had that fight with Apple recently over this
Mhm.
exact same thing that's in this line. The
Mm.
lawsuit argues this practice effectively locks users into Valve's ecosystem and enables the company to charge commission up to 30%, costs that are ultimately passed on to the consumer. Now, for anybody who has ever used Steam, they do these things where they have seasonal sales. You've got the summer sale, the winter sale, the fall sale, the autumn sale, and a bunch of other sales in between where things are ridiculously freaking cheap all the damn time
Yeah.
on these sales. I'm sorry, if that's what it looks like to pass on a 30% commission to me, so fucking be it, because you know who can't compete with that? Epic doesn't do that shit. GOG doesn't do that shit. Sure, they may have sales from time to time, but they ain't having sales like Steam. I'm sorry. Steam is like one of a kind there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what their complaint is exactly. It's 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 not even like Steam has a monopoly on these games because of the fact that they are available in other
Yeah.
places.
And usually if it's on Steam, it's available everywhere else too.
Yeah,
Because
and
Steam
they're
doesn't do the exclusivity like Epic did.
well,
But
yeah, and the thing is that they're saying, "Oh man, they have these really low prices and they're undercutting other people." Well, all right. That's called the competitive market, my dude.
now
Don't do
this
that.
this here why I was thinking that joke, and then I found this later on. Epic Games CEO Tim
Of
Sweeney
course they
supports
do.
900 million lawsuits against Valve, arguing Steam is the only major store still holding onto payment ties and 30% junk fees.
I don't understand.
Yeah, listen, Epic, you have your own storefront.
Yeah.
See your way out somewhere else. Nobody cares. like Epic, I don't think could Epic sue Steam over it?
Well, I
I
mean,
wonder
if
what
they
Epic
convince some idiots
charges.
in the UK to do it, I guess so. I mean, by proxy.
I don't know. They got a patsy to do it essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This
that's
is
why I
an
was just like,
indirect
is Epic
suing.
in the room with us right now or something? Because it felt
Yes,
like
yes, it
this
is.
was totally what Epic just did to the others. And I was with Epic on that one, right? Because Epic is essentially locked into Apple or iPhone's ecosystem, and there's no if, ands, or buts about it on cell phones because that's all you got on the
Mhm.
tablet and cell phone. You don't have a choice hardly. But on the PC side, they could choose Epic if
Yeah.
they wanted to. They just don't choose Epic because Epic is a horrible storefront. It sucks. It
Yep.
sucks. Oh, and did I mention that it just fucking sucks?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
Tim
hear that
Sweeney,
part.
your storefront, it sucks major ass. Nobody gives a fuck about it. The only thing that even gets anything is the fact that you did do those exclusives and people begrudgingly went and did it at that point. And anyone who wants to play Fortnite, which yeah, I know there's a lot of them, they have to do it. Because the second you gave Fortnite to Steam, oh, I would love to see how badly the storefront just doesn't have any logins after that. Because Epic Storefront is just atrocious. It sucks. It's bad to use. It doesn't look good. It looks horrible. It doesn't have any of the user friendly stuff that Steam has. Doesn't have Steam's return policy. There's no reviews, so I can't look to see if a game's even worth looking at. I mean, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm done with that.
I don't know why you're done. You should keep going.
But yeah, um, so yeah, Epic.
That's absurd.
That
I
is.
mean, maybe there's more going on about it or something like that. I mean, we haven't read all of the legal documentation, but I mean, look, if they have a convenience fee or a junk fee or whatever the heck you want to call it, and the people see that and are still willing to pay it because the price is like 99 cents for the dadgum game, um that's between the person purchasing it and the person from whom they're purchasing it. Like I don't know why other people are getting involved. We saw the ticket, we bought it. We were like, yeah, that's fine. I'm willing to pay that because the price is so low that it offsets all of that. Um I don't know why they're just using language and saying, "Oh, this is taking advantage of people. This is oh gosh, I've forgotten the word. It slipped right out of my brain because I'm old." Um that's not an argument, and it's really not worth making. But I mean, I'm sure that this makes politicians feel like they're doing something, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah, so I guess apparently Epic's fee is 12%.
Yeah, but the price
Twelve
of the
percent
game is
fee
higher, so we don't
after
care.
1 million. So after they get an annual revenue of 1 million, they'll take 12%.
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean I don't either, but I just figured I'd look it up just out of curiosity.
Mhm. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I
And I guess they're pissy at the fact that they've got that going on because they look like they have the better deal fee wise if you're a developer. Just looking at how they're not charging you a fee really for the most part, but people still choose Steam over them. And I
yeah,
think they're just salty about that because
yeah,
Steam's the superior product.
yeah, where however they manage to make their money work out, they however they math their math, it works out better for them. So, I mean, the consumer is still saying, like, "Oh, they're charging you 30%." It's like, "Yeah, but I still wound up paying $2.50 when all was said and done, and you would have charged me 15." I'm still gonna go with someone that charged me 30% junk because of the fact that all of that combined was still less than what you were charging me with none of the junk fee. It's
Yeah. Anyway, so
they don't know how to win at shopping. That's the only thing.
there we
Star
go.
Wars is officially rewriting the Rise of
Okay, so I saw this and I don't believe it. I really don't. But also at the same time,
They need to officially rewrite The
they need
Last
to just
Jedi.
strike that entire 3 movies and redo it.
What was it? The Force Awakens was fine.
Yeah, everybody was okay with The Force Awakens, but at the same time, I think we should just strike it all at this point. Just pretend it
I'm fine with
never
that too.
existed, put it in the vault, forget it existed,
Give
redo
it the
all
Willow
3.
treatment.
I think that is probably the best way to go forward with it.
Mhm.
But anyway, 7 years after its release, Star Wars is officially rewriting the Rise of Skywalker. Let's see. It was trash. Everything. I don't even know where to start.
But the thing is that wasn't the Rise of one of the major problems with the Rise of Skywalker that they had to kind of, like, try to fix what was broken in The Last
Well,
Jedi?
you had the last. What was it? They had the first one that came out, which was okay. Everybody was
Yeah,
all
that
right
was The
with
Force
that.
Awakens, that was fine.
Force
And then
Awakens. Then the second one came out, and because they swapped from who was it, J.J. Abrams to
to, Rian Johnson, who
Ryan
wanted to
Johnson.
subvert
Yeah,
expectations.
Ryan Johnson completely fucked up the entire damn trilogy
Yep,
from one movie. And then I guess they got JJ to come back to try and fix it, and he did what he could, and then it was just a cluster.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They're like, "We're
I
gonna
mean,
get rid of the last one." I'm like, "No,
I
no,
don't
you gotta
think
go
you
back at
can
least 2."
fix Star. I don't think you can fix the last one if you don't fix the previous one
Yeah.
to start with. But to
Yeah,
be
'cause
totally
the
honest,
last
I
one
feel
was
like they
kind
need to just wipe the entire slate clean
yeah.
and start again.
Yeah, 'cause the last one
Maybe
was
make
trying to fix
Finn
what
the
this
Jedi this time because I liked Finn. Finn
I
should have been a
dude,
Jedi.
right? Dude, when he picked up the lightsaber, I was like, "Oh, that
Yeah,
is so
seriously,
cool."
me too. The second he had that out, I was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be yeah."
Yeah.
It's like who needs this other girl? Who needs what's her face? We
She
got
could have
Finn
been like
here. We got
yeah,
the
make her the new drifter
stormtrooper who
type,
can
make
use
her
a
the new
freaking lightsaber.
well, not only that, because it was so compelling and interesting that he was a former stormtrooper. And you're like, oh, what is going through
Yeah,
this person? He's lived a life. He's got a lot to atone for. And suddenly he's able to wield the force. What? That's crazy. But no, it winds up being the plank that's got the mysterious past. And she grew up. She's
yeah.
already
And then they
starting
dumbed
off like
Finn
just
down to like this circus joke the entire damn time after that, and I was just like, "Really, guys?
yeah,
Really?
that just
Like,
well, that
who's
was
gonna
Ryan
do that?"
Johnson again.
Yeah, I mean that was, but still, just like that entire second movie should. Anyway,
To be fair, honestly, like the best moment was when Finn picked up the lightsaber because everybody was excited about it, and then it went to Rey, and we were like, "All right, I guess," you
yeah.
know. I mean, she should have had a different. She should have had a different destiny. Honestly, it would have been more
Well,
interesting to give her something else.
well, it would have been great to make her. I mean, she could have been a Jedi too, right? Like born of, or the daughter of some Jedi somewhere, right? That would have been fine. That would have been interesting enough.
Yeah.
But I think Finn, like if anything, it should have been like her and Finn, I guess, if you had to have her involved in it. But she was a Mary Sue the entire damn time,
Well,
which was
the thing
the
is, she was
biggest
also
problem.
she also started out as someone who had no flaws. She was just perfect at
Yeah,
everything, and she had no character flaws either. She just had, like, a lot of bad days. So she didn't have any place to go except, like, learn how to swing the sword faster. Well, I'm sorry, the saber faster. But it just wasn't interesting at all. Like, she was just so bland. And that's why we were so interested in seeing Finn become a Jedi, though, because of the fact that he had so much red in his ledger, as they said, and he had so much to atone for. And you're like, he's trying to find himself, find out who he is. He's got to kind of like get acquainted with this world. And she could have been like more like a drifter kind, and she, is more geared towards survival. And she has a little bit of force in her, but she's too, she'd basically be like, what if Han Solo actually had some force powers? That would have been
yeah,
interesting. That would have been cool if she had been more roguish and Finn had more of the I don't know, the knight bearing, the knight character going on there, where he's struggling with all the wrong that he's done, and discovering what it really means to be good versus being evil. And the thing is that that actor, though, what's his name, Boyega, who was then like, "Oh, it's just because people don't like black people." Like, nah, dude, everybody was hyped when we were
no,
stoked when we
everybody
picked.
loved you except for the Chinese.
Yeah,
They're,
yeah,
they're the
that's
ones who
that's not us,
pictured on the
homie.
back
That's
of the poster really small.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the rest of
Disney
us
and
were
China.
hyped
You need
for
to talk
you
to
to do
China.
something. We
Yeah,
were pissed off that you didn't get to do something.
yeah. We wanted you.
Like
We wanted like
I never did understand that, like those comments he would make and stuff. And it's like, listen, listen, listen.
it's a
Who's
brainwashing.
feeding you that information? Everybody hated Ray. They were rooting for you.
Yeah,
Like they wanted you to succeed. They want
but
Ray to die. There's a difference here.
yeah, and that's the thing. There is a very strong brainwashing, though, that's in the, I hate the term, black community, where everything is against you. Everything has to be seen through the lens of racial politics, and it's stupid. It's garbage, and it really holds a lot of people back. Um, and it's something that he's clearly fallen prey to, even with all of the evidence being pointing in exactly the opposite direction, but he's also in a bubble, so he didn't really know how actual audiences reacted. He just heard what people were telling him, because, he's in the ivory. Well, I don't know if it's an ivory tower, in the gold lame tower. But yeah, if they're gonna try and revise this, they need to revise it starting with Last Jedi. The only good one in that series, well, the only acceptable one in that series was Force Awakens.
Yeah. I mean, they have to would have to go back to that second one and start
Yeah.
from there. They can't
And
just do it
even
from the third one because they fucked it all up on the second one.
oh
Uh,
gosh, Ryan Johnson, man, that was cruel. That was just someone who's just so he's just like in love with the smell of his own farts, and I'm gonna subvert expectations and do what they don't want. What you mean you're gonna disappoint everybody? Yes, good job, you did that. We are all disappointed. We were all full of sad.
Congratulations, you disappointed all of us. You did exactly as you set out to do. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
We appreciate that. Anyway, so yeah, I saw that. I don't exactly believe it, but fuck, what was that?
Pirate Nation, was it?
Probably.
So we don't learn, huh? All right, that's cool.
We learned. We didn't learn. We didn't learn. We thought we could get away with it. Okay.
Yeah. Nobody expects Pirate Nation to delete. It's like expecting the Spanish Inquisition.
Let's see. Was it this one? It was Thomas who did it. It was Thomas who did it.
Thomas!
Oh. Okay, well, we can check it in real time. How's that? So
Okay.
this says
No.
I can't show it because it's just a preview thingy over here on this other window, but essentially it was the Fallout 3 and the Game of Year Edition trailers have been removed from Steam.
What?
This happened to Oblivion store page about 2 weeks before Oblivion Remaster was shadow dropped.
Oh.
So we're going to check it in real time real quick because I'm assuming it's back up or something. So, let's see, Fallout 3. Yeah, speaking of listen. Okay, listen. UK. Look at this. Look at this unfair fucking pricing right here. Look at this, $2.49 for the entirety of Fallout 3. With the game of the year edition, $4.99.
Yeah, see, we don't care.
75% off.
We don't care if they
UK.
packed in like $1.37 in like junk fees.
Yeah.
$5 is $5. I
Yeah,
can't get a coffee from Starbucks out here for that.
Like when you're sitting there paying $5 for a AAA title.
Yup.
I mean, it's a good one too. Back in the day when they made good fucking AAA games. Anyway, it's in my library. Of course it is. Nope, trailer's still there. Alright, well that was wrong. That's probably why I got deleted.
Yep.
Let me see if I can find that one thing. Fallout, Amazon, countdown.
I tried to watch somebody play Grounded, and I was like, nope, I hate insects too much. I cannot live with this. Just like my whole stomach was trying to crawl away. Disney Classic Games are on sale. What?
Nani? Really?
Yeah.
Here we go. We're still got this countdown going, by the way. It is 4 days, 5 hours, and 35 minutes of whatever this is.
Huh.
So the speculation is it's the Fallout 3 going to be Oblivion remastered. Or maybe New Vegas, because that's the season of Fallout that's out.
Mm-hmm.
Where they bastardized the entire lore and trying to rewrite it and stuff. So,
as you do.
As you typically do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so do we need better regulations in gaming following the Bethesda disaster Fallout 4 reissue?
Explain.
I'm not 100% sure what happened, but I know they did an update, right? And then it was one of those It rolled out for everything that was Fallout 4, whether you had it or didn't, kind of deal, and it broke everything in the process. As you typically do.
As
The
you
only
do,
time
yeah.
it felt it sounded like when Blizzard released Warcraft Refunded, right? And then anyone who owned Warcraft 3 or the original Warcraft 3 no longer owned their copy because they just completely deleted it from their computers and replaced it with the refunded version, but then
Um,
didn't have access to which prevented them from having access to a lot of fundamental things to Fallout 3 that allow
hmm.
you to play with other people. Because the old version, you can connect through IP and all this other stuff, create all these other things, and do all this other neat things and stuff with the older version of it. And the newer version just wipes all that clean. There's no ladder, no nothing else, and it was a disaster. Its connectivity was butt and everything, all that good stuff,
As you
right?
do.
Yeah, as you do. It was an inferior product to its original, essentially, right?
Hmm.
And that's essentially, I guess, what happened here, right? And I'm kind of for that. If you can
Yeah.
prevent a company from if if they make an HD version remake of their game or something where they can't force it upon you or something like that,
Yeah.
like they did with Blizzard did, and I guess Bethesda kind of did. So
Yeah. I mean, I hate the idea of more regulation, but if they're currently doing things that are breaking your stuff, like I feel like this should already be part of the laws. Maybe an existing law needs to be expanded upon.
yeah, well, let's see. I can't. I don't know what I'm trying to bring up. But yeah, it's just if you launch something like you know, I don't know how to word it. Never mind. I'm okay with this. I'm like, how's that? I'm fine with it. If it would prevent things like Warcraft from refunded from happening, I'm for that. I really am. And
Yeah.
only people like Blizzard have themselves to blame for that
Yeah.
kind of bullshit too.
Absolutely.
I think Blizzard, I think, is the one the major player who does it for the most part,
Hmm.
because they did Warcraft Refunded, right? It was an inferior port of Warcraft 3 through and through with updated graphics, and then they ripped away your original port of Warcraft 3, replaced it with it essentially in an update,
Hmm.
right? And then just, I guess locked the features of like the enhanced graphics and shit from you
Hmm.
while giving you an inferior port to play with. But then they did the same thing with Warcraft 1 and 2 because they have sort of, I guess, a kind of remastered versions of those now on their storefront too because they sort of shadow dropped those, but you can't access the original now anymore. So, yeah. They
I'm
Hmm.
gonna
kind of
be
took
on.
that away from you and gave you that new one.
Zio, I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting tired of these remasters or remakes on games that they've already done one too many times, and sometimes it's better when they do it in mods. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
So Thomas has joined the chat. A wild Thomas has appeared.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that too. It's like we have 15 versions of Skyrim. Do we really need another HD remake Game of the Year Definitive Edition Skyrim? Like, does that need to happen again?
Look,
No.
unless if they make Serene one of the options of wife, forget it.
No, you have to mod that one in. Sorry.
Yeah,
Uh,
if they don't make her a waifu, forget it. Forget it.
yeah,
I won't buy
that
it.
one's purely doable through mods, unless they break the mods because they put it
Yeah,
out
it is.
update. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I totally understand Thomas right there. That was probably the best girl in Skyrim.
I don't know.
I'll say this though, that if they're ever gonna make anything remade or anything like this, then I would say upgraded graphics, better controlling, so that way they won't make the same mistakes. Um, there's so many options you can go right there.
They need to like be barred from making remakes of a
Yes.
game that they made. Like, if you made this game within the past 5 years, you're not allowed to remake it. Because
Allowed
The
to
Last of
patch, not
Us
remake?
suffers from this exact same condition too. 2 years later, we've got The Last of Us again, The Last of Us Other Edition, another Last of Us edition.
Yeah, they do
Every
keep trying
year.
to do that. That horse is so dead. They really need to stop hitting it.
It's just like, guys, if the game's not at least 10 years old, can we not make a remake?
Do you remember that one? Do you remember that one episode of South Park where there's the release of Star Wars? Now this time it has extra. They remove all the violence and all the characters are played by Ewoks.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what's going on, man. It's
So the studio that developed the infamous
Oh,
Mighty
what
Number
a set.
9 has shut down. I didn't even know if they were doing anything. Like, all I know is they released Mighty Number 9. It wasn't that good of a game. Everybody's expectations were sky high because this is the maker of Mega Man,
Yeah.
working on another Mega Man clone.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Like, that game came out, and I don't know if he did anything else after that. Let's see, Keiichi Inafune was founded in 2010. Eventually merged into Level 5. Okay. Years later, Level 5 was taken out entirely.
So. Huh. Well, is the studio so the studio is dead, but does that mean that all projects for Mighty Number 9 are gone? Or is that being sold?
I don't know if there was another
followed?
project. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Release number.
Its illustrious pedigree concept was best known for the poorly received Mighty Number 9, which was funded by Kickstarter in 2013. Upon release, critics and fans alike had issues with its gameplay, narrative, technical performance, and lack of content, among other things. This news does spit on the foolish hopes of those still betting on receiving their Mighty Number 9 3DS copies for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was supposed to be a 3DS game. It never happened.
It was a Kickstarter stretch goal that was reached but never actually produced, despite over $4 million in funding.
Yeah.
Ooh. If you were praying for a miracle, though, put your hands down. Concept wasn't all bad. As part of Level 5 Concept, the studio created Recore, which received middling reviews too. Oh well, rest in peace, Concept.
What the fuck is Recore?
I have no idea. You'd have to click on it and look it up or something.
It's not a link.
Nope.
So I'm gonna look it up. Recore
Poor Keiji. Poor Keiji Inafune. He wanted to end everything, but Capcom just refused.
This is Recore.
Oh, this game. I played it.
From Keiji Inafune, the markets of and the makers of Metroid Prime comes Recore Definitive Edition, an action adventure crafted for a new generation.
Oh, I played this game. It was fun.
Let's take a look at it real quick.
So basically, you're saying it was fine? Because we've talked about those kind of games today.
It was fine. Listen, its reviews are mixed. There's 13 recent.
I mean, you've got yourself a space dog.
Come on, Mac. It's over there.
Go, Robodoggy, go.
World of Far Eden. The trouble is that we've got ourselves another Tatooine happening.
Oh, don't worry. You're safe with us.
There's another 5.
Okay, jump on.
You're making friends with robots.
Duncan.
I was shooting robots.
And Right, so you're making friends with and
Remastered
destroying
high
robots.
resolution.
Kybrand, coordinates.
Jewel atoms. Atmospherics.
I'm glad I'm not alone now.
Me too.
All wait must die. Go!
So,
Why does this feel so bland?
adventure game?
Get out of here.
I feel like it's
You've got to keep the force safe, no
Yeah.
matter what.
This is a terrible, terrible trailer.
listen. It's like Jack and Daxter.
No.
It's like Jack and Daxter, but you can build Jack and Daxter.
No.
You can build them both.
No.
Yes,
It has
I think
no
I found the new
personality.
game
Don't
for
mention-
Meg to play.
Don't mention that game to her. She's still traumatized.
She's not done with it. I'm telling you, Jack 3 is so much better than Jack 2. I got stuck and I still finished like 9 missions last episode. Yeah, it's just, I don't know
Listen,
why. Like,
listen,
is it just a really bad trailer? Or
might
am I
be.
just like tired or something? It just looked so meh.
Bad trailer, but the game isn't so bad.
Sunset Overdrive.
I mean, to be
Listen, it's
fair, I'm not a
$5.
huge fan. I don't like. Okay, there's something with the aesthetic of being out in the desert that just kind of makes me tired. And then there's like, you know, one other human being, and I'm like, okay, well, that seems kind of boring, you know. Maybe it's because I'm a girl. I'm like, I have nobody to talk to. Somebody needs to hear all my witticisms. And then it just didn't really have a lot of dynamic things happening in there, and the dialogue that they did have was pretty stilted. And also, I'm not into survivor games, so there's that too.
It's not a survivor. It's an action adventure game.
Yeah,
Like
it
Jack
looks like you're
Daxter.
farming stuff in a
Like
boring
Jack
way.
Daxter, and you
and that's
get a
the thing.
robot.
Yeah, just
Wait, which game? Ratchet and Clank. There we go. It's like Ratchet and Clank. So you get your own
no,
Clank.
again, so much personality in those games. Those games were all about the personality, and I'm not even a huge
I
fan
know
of Ratchet and
Clank
Clank.
has personality, but so does Reaverbot 38. Let me tell you, Reaverbot 38 has so much personality, you just don't even know it.
Yeah, I'm just not big on toasters. It's just not my thing.
No toasters. All right, so we're looking at another game. I have no idea what it's called. But yeah,
It's
So
so
we're-
weird. Like the dynamics of game aesthetics that we have these days are either like really, really over the top, hyper real, or like this like bit sort of knockoff thing. And I'm just like, can we have middle again?
we
Like,
can't have the middle anymore.
I guess I
Middle's
can't.
gone.
I guess I can't. It's either feast or
You either
famine
have
for the
the
eyes.
HD 2D shit that
Yeah.
they keep wanting to do, or you can have something like this, or hyper realistic mode 38.
Yeah, where it'll crash
Uh,
because you've got so much
53.
ray tracing going on.
Yes, with lots of ray tracing. Lots of ray tracing.
All of the
Even more
all of the rays,
tracing.
they are traced.
All the ray tracing. That sort of stuff.
Claro, yo.
That's why I wanted to look at it. It sounded
You
like
again.
it would be.
By order of Mordaxius, the true master of the Acolytes, your life must remain vanquished. Don't resist. It'll be quicker that way.
This life must remain vanquished.
All these empty houses with
That was brutal.
Dang.
Oh yeah, like her skin peeled back and everything. for being in like whatever this aesthetic is, that was kind of brutal looking.
It really was.
and shadows in them. I see you're confused. Ignore the clouding in your mind. The villagers
Oh, those type of games.
and the vitrometer.
Not bad.
No place
Well,
for
it seems like a
Uh-oh.
cross between like
Wow.
Stardew Valley and Diablo or something.
it will be
Man,
Which is why I think
difficult
Oh my gosh, run away, bro, run away, no!
together. You will
Dude, it's like
rebuild
Sunhaven on crack.
town.
Yeah, Sunhaven on crack. I like that.
Yeah.
Find
Sunhaven, but serious. This time it's personal. Yeah, you're rebuilding these places. I swear this looks exactly like Sunhaven.
It does. I mean, it does. Okay, the graphics are not the same, but still.
Dude, they're so close. This
They're
aesthetic
close.
is very similar.
skills to prepare for the challenges ahead. And there will be many. For the eternal prison knows no bounds.
Emberville.
Huh.
Bro,
Interesting.
There's no way out
this
of this prison, wanderer.
Whoa.
The unceasing grip of death.
This
Doomslayer, is
trailer
that you?
is so much. Okay, so compare this trailer to the one that we just watched before it, which had the much nicer graphics, and you had like all the little grains of sand and all that crap, and all of these mechs, and they're moving around all these interesting way. But this story grabbed us all like within the first, I don't know, 15 seconds with like just a couple of lines of text and some decent voice acting and actually colors that actually speak to what's happening on screen, where they're actually trying to paint a story and a feeling for you, as opposed to like, look, but it's kind of real. This is kind of the problem that I have with a lot of things that just look super pretty. There's like no soul in them though. They're just like, look, it's technically perfect. I'm like, yeah, this is a tech demo though. It's not a story. It's not compelling. This game actually looks like something I would legitimately play. And I hate farm games. Like I hate them. Not because they don't, not because there's no satisfaction. There is a ridiculous amount of satisfaction because all my crops are ready and I'm going to get dollars. But the problem is, I'm like, this is not an actual job. Like I'm acting like it's a job though, because I'm like, oh man, 30 minutes have passed. Let me go check on my fake carrots. It's so irritating, but yes.
Well, I guess I can't invite you to my Stardew Valley farm then.
No, I won't buy it. I got snookered into getting Sunhaven and spent too many years of my too many days of my life.
You absolutely loved
fair.
We will not apologize for that.
I
Anyway,
know,
so I put
I know.
Emberville on my wish list.
Yeah, I mean that was a
This
great
looks
trailer
good.
though. It intrigued all of us. We were all like, I mean, we see the person get disintegrated. We're like, wait, what is happening?
Yeah,
We're all interested. We're engaged.
feels
We
like-
want to know. And then you have the creepy voice going on. And it's like it's like, it's another Yeovil, Farmville sort of thing with, hitting things in the face. It's not super complicated. It's been done before. It's been done multiple times. It's going to have a different type of story, but we're still all here for it because we want a resolution to this story. I want to actually like murk the dude who just disintegrated my girl here. So like I want vengeance and I don't even know this person. It's like this is well done. Good job, guys. I mean, I would like it if graphics could step up a little bit. Like, we shouldn't have the feast or famine thing, but, yeah, for the passion that was given and for the great presentation, top marks.
So yeah, I definitely have added it to my list of.
Yeah, we saw.
So
we have the evidence.
I'm gonna get that. All right, so Netflix apparently has signed a deal to release the live-action Gundam movie starring Sydney. Wait, really? What? This can't be real.
No, don't worry. It's not. It's not real. It's not real.
It's
I'll
not real.
explain. So yeah. So somebody explained that this is just a concept idea. It's not going to be like out yet or anything at all. It's just an idea they threw in.
No. There's the new pilot of Heavy Arms. Just saying.
Yeah, some people are just they're just throwing speculation on that, but that's just a rumor. It's just somebody just throwing in an idea right there, but I don't know how that's even gonna stick.
Gundam live action. Okay, so which one is like the not real thing? The Gundam live action or the Sydney Sweeney and Noah whoever?
The live action Gundam.
Cheese
That one
Saver.
because
Gundam
there
live-action
be,
movie.
because first they have to get the IP for that, which they don't. Then they're gonna have to ask permission for that, which I doubt they're gonna get it because
That's
they're very,
thing.
they're very protective of it.
They should be, honestly. I mean, Gundam is iconic.
But a lot of guys are saying, the moment that they mention her, they're like, "Oh, I'm in."
Hey, man, you got mechs and boobs. That's
Hey,
pretty.
It's a
It's
winning
pretty hard to screw
combination
that
right
up.
there.
It's like
that's already that's a win-win. Yeah,
yeah.
but
It's
yeah,
like
somebody
messing
just
up bananas and rice or something.
Rice.
But all right, sorry.
all right.
Let's see. I can't find anything on this. Live action Gundam movie enters full production. That was last year, though.
Yep, correct.
Live action Gundam movie enters full production as Bandai drops Netflix.
Oh, so they really are doing.
This is from
Okay,
last
so it's
year.
not. Yeah,
This is
weird.
an article from last year, February, talking about Netflix and Gundam in a live action movie. That may not be as far fetched as we think it is at this point.
I mean, to be fair, I've never been a huge giant robot fan. Like my delving into male spaces only goes so far. With my humor, it stops at Will Ferrell. With my anime, it pretty much stops at giant robots. I'm like,
Oh,
there's
come
so
on.
much.
Gundam is the best, though, of the giant robots.
Well, here's the issue, though. For me, if they're gonna do this, they're gonna have to go how it is written, with all of its politics and glory and all that. Because if they screw up one thing, then forget it.
I don't know how you can. I don't know if you can really make Gundam into a movie.
No,
Well,
it has to be a
no,
series.
yeah, it has to
The
be a
other Gundam
series.
movies worked because the rest of the shows were there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I mean,
and they were, you wouldn't be watching Endless Waltz if you hadn't actually watched Gundam Wings. You've gotten all that political intrigue and everything else all the way up to that point.
yeah. I mean, you have to do it as a miniseries at the least.
Yeah. Well, with a miniseries, I mean that can work out. I mean, I'm probably would imagine that they'll take some few shortcuts here and there if they want to make it work.
The problem that I have is that anytime something comes to an American studio, we have a tendency to not be worried about telling a story, but making money off of it. And the problem with that, and look, I want them to make money, but I want them to make money telling a proper story. So this is what they did with this is what they did with what is it? Cobra Kai. This is what they did with what is that other show that just went off? Stranger Things. They've done this with so many.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Cobra Kai did so much better than Stranger Things.
Oh no, Stranger Things went straight off a cliff. But Cobra Kai had its moments and its like story where you're like, do you know? Because the thing is that they usually start off with like a concept of a story rather than like a fully done story. And then they just keep, and then they're like, hey, that season made money. What else can we do? And they keep like just tacking things on instead of saying, this is the story that we want to go. This is beginning, middle, end. And when we're done, we're freaking done. We might do a spin-off, but we're done with that story. They don't let things die. Hello, Star Wars. I'm looking at you. But and Star Trek for that matter. Oh, leave the stars alone, people. We mess with them too much. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, if they'd stop trying to redo Star Trek.
Well, the thing is that they're basically localizing it.
Yeah, I wish they'd stop it.
Yeah, dude, have you watched
Star Trek is still yet to... No, outside of seeing that one trailer, me asking who the fuck is talking, learning about the chick who can't talk being
Yeah,
captain and issuing orders, and I'm like, why? Like,
because nobody can
I
understand
don't
her.
know if you noticed, but The Last Generation existed, right? That TV show for Star Trek, and not only did they have like prominent women, they had a bald guy as the captain. There was a black guy on there, all right, and he was fucking blind. But you know what
Mhm.
they did? They gave him the ability to fucking see.
Yeah, but this
Why
chick
could she
has some.
not talk to issue orders? This makes no goddamn sense.
Oh, dude, even better than that, she breaks out her reading glasses.
Reading glasses.
You're like, "Wait, I'm sorry, what?" She's supposed to be 400 years old, but she breaks out her reading glasses, and then on top of that, like,
She's
in so
400
many
years old.
scenes,
What? What
she
is she?
I don't know. Well,
She's
they're
not
human,
human,
but
that's for
they've
sure.
managed to extend life periods. But when she's sitting in her captain's chair, she's got her feet up and she's lounging all over the place because she's cool and edgy, and I'm like, My dear, the '80s have
That's
called, and they have
that
said,
feels
"Stop it."
disrespectful to everything.
It is, but the thing is that
Like
this
I
is
get it if you're doing a spoof of Star Trek or something, or if you're making a comedy bit or something with one of the ensigns or something like that. You
It
know,
was already been done before
Yeah. Well, what they're trying to do
with
is
Tim Allen.
they're trying to
oh
subvert
yeah,
the male, oh gosh, the male dominated
Yeah,
aspect of this show, wherein it's
yeah.
about honor, duty, loyalty, sacrifice, expectations, and standards, and saying everybody is valid, you're all meaningful just as you are. And so if you don't want to wear shoes, because there's a scene where she's just not wearing shoes for whatever, there are a lot of scenes where she's not wearing shoes. I don't understand, I don't want to talk about it,
somebody
but
must have a foot fetish.
yeah, well, because she's so cool, and then there's another scene where she's talking to another captain, and he's sitting straight up, and she's, like, lounging around in her pajamas, and I'm like, what is this? Messy hair, don't care, like, don't no, this is Starfleet, you're a commander, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, it's just like you should be held to a certain standard, people.
Yeah, but that's the
It's
thing.
like
They're trying to subvert standards. They're trying to undercut everything that made
listen,
Star Wars and everything that's aspirational. They're trying to cut all that out. They're trying to carve it out and just keep the patina, the shell, as it were, of Star Trek because you like starships, right? And they don't understand anything. They have the Klingon who's uh, like very obviously gay and also doesn't want to fight. Um,
wait,
because of
what?
course yes, exactly. He doesn't
So
wanna
this
fight.
isn't a Klingon then.
Yeah, he's not a Klingon, but he's a Klingon by race, so he just doesn't understand what it means
What
to
is
be
he,
a
like
Klingon, though.
113th Klingon or something, or 137th?
No,
There's
no,
no way
no,
this guy
he's
is like
full on Klingon, but
full
he
on
was
Klingon, gay, and doesn't want to fight. That's not how Klingons work.
no, no,
Um,
it's not, but they don't understand that because they want you to be accepting of
Now
even
there's a
anomalies.
show that actually does this. What was it called? The Orville, and
Yes.
it feels more like watching old Star Trek as a comedy than that. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Orville does it good. It knows what it is. It doesn't try to be something else.
I remember that Orville was good for, like, a season or 2, and then it kinda started, like, falling like, it started taking itself too seriously.
I don't
Like
know. As far as I'm concerned, it still hasn't produced a third season because I haven't seen it yet. I waited. They take so long between seasons. I forget that it exists half the time. Um, no, but yeah, when it comes to Star Trek, as far as I'm concerned, Star Trek ended with Voyager.
Mm.
Enterprise exists, but it's a prequel, so it doesn't like it's thing. But as for Star Trek, the last one we had in the main canon was Voyager at this point, and Deep Space Nine, because technically they kind of ran together. And aside from that, the rest of Star Trek just shouldn't even be canon. They should just be wiped from the existence at this point because they're not Star Trek. I don't know what the hell they're supposed to be. I mean, you got what was it? STD was trying to rewrite the lore altogether.
Yep.
Making brand new Klingons, this, that, and the other for their little whatever it was, and then they did the thing with Patrick Stewart.
Picard.
Picard, which I heard was good, but I mean, or was decent enough, but
It was okay, so the thing is that it's good if you're in for subverting expectations,
yeah,
if you're good for deconstructing all of your heroes and things, un until season 3. I think it was season 3 where they actually, like, were like, "Oh, you know what, maybe we just get the band back together," and everybody was like, "Yes, that's all we really wanted. We wanted to see the
yeah.
band back together."
Like the only good thing that I have seen that came out of Picard
Mhm,
is apparently the scene of them flying into a Borg cube. It looks like, or a Borg Nexus
mhm.
with the Enterprise, which I assume is like what the Enterprise F or G at this point, because I don't know what number they were on at that point. Um, but actually, kind of looked like the Enterprise D. Did they remake the Enterprise D for something and they use
Okay,
it?
you're
I
getting
don't
too heavy into lore, you gotta
anyway,
All
you know,
right,
and
guys.
Data was at the helm doing the
Yeah.
thing and stuff, and that was like the best part that I have seen so far of it. And I was like, I wish there was more of that. That was great. But yeah, that was about it. But yeah, for these other Star Treks, I'd rather just pretend they don't exist. I'm sorry.
There you go. Well,
They don't
anyways,
feel right.
I'm gonna get off, guys. So take care, have a good night, and stay out of trouble.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Out
There's
of
something in
trouble.
my eye, which is bothering
Yes,
the hell out
double
of
goes to you, Zio. Stay out of trouble.
Oh, right.
Alright, man, thanks for popping in.
Yep.
I mean, Zio's got, like, 2 minutes to turning into a pumpkin anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, he ain't a pumpkin enough.
I'll be there shortly. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Happens all the time. Oh, but yeah, so I don't know about this live action. Anything that is live, anything that was an anime and they make into live action for me just doesn't do it justice enough. I wish they'd stop doing it.
Yeah,
I
that's
know a lot of people like the One Piece one, but it's not going to do it justice.
no.
Just give it time. It will disappoint you somehow, some way.
Yeah, that's the thing. American series don't have an off-ramp when we make our stuff, and so we wind up ruining it eventually.
Especially Star Trek. Anyway.
Like,
Oh,
I'm sorry, it's just that Klingon, man, it's so off-putting looking at him because he's so obviously gay, and so he's doing, like, this duck lip thing. Not even necessarily on purpose, I think it's just something that he naturally does. And it's just so weird looking at him. His eyes are always, like, super wide open, and his lips are always kind of ducked. And so
Oh.
I'm just like, "I can't buy you as a Klingon, sir. Like, you have to change your affect and your mannerisms." It's weird. It looks effeminate and human.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, there's no like did somebody like augment an embryo or something just to put Klingon ridges?
Well, his
on
lore is
there?
that he's part of his parents were part of a polycule. He had a
Poppy-
mother and 2 fathers. Yep. And his brother
Listen, I don't remember a whole lot about Klingon mating rituals.
Mhm.
Was that a thing for them?
I don't think so. I
I
mean,
don't.
if
I feel
anything
like it wasn't.
yeah. I don't think so. It,
Yeah.
yeah.
In
No.
fact, I'm pretty sure they would have killed this guy off a long damn time ago.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so that's it. There was a decent Star Trek show once. It was that cartoon. Star Trek. Shoot.
Not Lower Decks.
Huh?
Not Lower Decks.
No, not that one.
The one that was trying so hard to be funny.
Yeah, not Lower Deck. I thought that was just retarded. What is it? Star Trek. I can't remember what it's called.
What is it with the Japanese and pleated skirts? They really like the pleated skirts.
I don't know.
Like, do you guys know how difficult it is to keep those things? Okay, in the meantime, while you're looking for things.
Yeah, just keep going. It's gonna take me a second to remember what the hell this thing was called.
All right.
Prodigy.
Well, then we're going to do the roundup as to what we're doing this week.
right.
Theo's ocupado, so I'm going to talk about me. This week, I am still playing Jack 3, but we're making progress slowly but steadily. Let's see. I don't remember where I left off in the story, but it's like just a bunch of side quests, and then all of a sudden, like huge lore dump for no reason. So yeah, just come and watch me fail at things because I will fail at things and get yelled at by my chat, and it's fine. It's fine. I won't take it personally. If you got some tips, some tricks, or just want to talk about stuff, I'm live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. 7 p.m. Eastern time. And for those of you in the middle, I believe in you. What is on the screen?
What is on the screen? This is Star Trek Prodigy. It was an animated show
Clone
that
Wars
Disney, I think,
knockoff.
did. I think Disney had something to do with it. I don't know. Somebody had something to do with it. It actually felt the most like Star Trek than anything else new Trek has done. And it has that other stuff in it too. Right?
What, the affirmations and the
Yeah, it
finding
has a
yourself?
bit of that kind of stuff in it, but it,
Well,
it
yes,
does
it's
it
a
in more
child's
of a
show.
Star Trek-y way.
Wherein they're striving for excellence and achievement.
So essentially, essentially all these people are slaves, okay,
Ah,
and they're escaping from a slave planet because
as
while
you
they
do.
were doing their digging thing, they found a um, essentially a starship, a smaller starship buried. And yeah, they use it to essentially escape. This is, I guess, the TLDR version of all this.
Mm-hmm.
None of them can speak at first with each other because no translation, and they're all different species and things.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got this ship called the Protostar, which has a hologram of Janeway on it, because it was designed to. It was a prototype for something. I don't quite remember it, and they learned in the ship's computer of something called the shit, I can't think of what it's called. Starfleet. They learned of Starfleet through the computer, right?
Okay.
Before they found the hologram type stuff and things. So they decided to plot a course essentially for the Sol system,
Mm-hmm.
because because this this area talks about things like inclusion and things like that, right?
Of
Because
course.
it's Starfleet.
Mm-hmm.
A better tomorrow, all these civilizations coming together and all this other stuff like that. So they get the idea, well, let's go there and we won't be slaves anymore. But then
That's
they're
fair.
also being chased because they're in this prototype starship that they don't know how to use, and people want it. And then they wind up, I guess, also having Starfleet trying to come after them, thinking that they're, bad guys of some kind. I don't quite remember how all that works out, but it was pretty good for an animated show. So
It looks like it looks kind of like Clone Wars.
yeah,
It's from that era, yeah.
I don't
Where like
know
everybody looks
actually.
like they're made
I
out of like.
randomly discovered this after that era. So,
I mean, everybody looks like they're made out of like that same
but
kind
yeah,
of
it does
Play-Doh.
resemble a lot like the Clone Wars
Yeah.
animation.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, and then like at the end of it, they're at the academy and they're going to be at the academy and all this other stuff. And I was like, yeah, that might make for a good show.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did that, and I keep looking at it, and I'm like, no, this was not a good idea. Never mind, I spoke too soon. They should not have done Star Wars Academy or Star Trek Academy. It was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're
What do
gonna do things on Thursday, right?
Yes, my thing is on Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time is 7 p.m. Eastern time. What are you up to?
All right, so we're going to be playing Mega Man Legends Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can figure out the rest. I have faith in you people.
Gonna be
Time wise,
where you're gonna be getting hit on by like random waifus, yeah.
That's right.
Very,
Well,
very
we have a
awkward. They're
boss
like,
to beat because
how old?
I got beat up by the boss.
Really?
Yeah, I got beat up by the boss. See, what happened is we went out there, we fought all these other little ships. We had about half health. Boss shows up, and it gives you the choice: do you
Mhm.
want to continue or do you want to retreat and come back?
And
And
you
I thought
said,
for a second, I was like, "Yeah, we got this. We could do this, right?"
narrator, he could not.
Yeah, and then the narrator pops on and goes, "That was not a wise idea." Anyway, so then we went, and it came down to on the wire, and then I lost. So
Missed it by that
yeah,
much.
yeah, it wasn't much. I almost had it, and I was like, "Dang it! I should have took that retreat and came back because if you do that, you can go back, you can save, and you don't have
Mhm.
to do that first part again where you
Yeah.
fight all the tiny ships because it's already been done."
Mhm.
But since I didn't do that, now I have to go in and do that bit again.
All right, so
I
tune
didn't
in
retreat.
Monday, Wednesday.
So we'll be doing that Monday.
All right.
Uh, yeah, and then we'll probably explore that gate Monday, and then wherever we are by Wednesday. So, and then we'll be doing this again Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll let you use the computer to figure out what time frame that is in your local time.
All right, and as we do, we have to do a one cleanse.
Oh, that's right. Let's bring something up, shall we?
All right, end the night on something funny, I guess, or stupid. I don't know.
Something
We'll see.
funny or stupid. Okay.
When you're just born and life's already bothering you.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
That baby was like so done.
It was just like, are you done? Gee.
The eye roll, man.
Yeah. All right, one more. Oh, all right. Perpetual energy. That poor cat's now whole existence is going to be strapped to that piece of bread. Oh.
That's fantastic.
Oh, that is. All right. With that, we will see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
I don't know how to end this again.
Every week, guys. Every week.
Every week.
All right, dude.